A very good morning, Zimbabwe. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, we need to talk about the just ended by-elections. So, over the weekend, from Friday, certain events were happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. We saw another judge coming out and actually declaring that Citizens Coalition for Change MPs were barred to contest in the just ended election. We went on to have Scott Sakupkanya going on to the election uncontested. Zimbabwe Electoral Commission confirming that he has won. In Bulawayo there, ZANU-PF taking around 6 seats out of 8 seats. Chavangu getting 2 seats. So he lost the majority of the seats. And remember, Citizens Coalition for Change candidates were not on the ballot. And there are incidences where voters were actually writing mazita of their own candidates. As you can see right here onto the screen, this is an example of Jane Nicola Watson being inserted on the ballot paper by a voter. And this is a spoiled vote already. So it is what it is, Team Zimbabwe. This is another example of Makaza being inserted here by another voter. And this was actually cancelled, which shows people are not happy. People were not happy by the developments which were happening or which are happening. So, at this moment in time, we talked about voter apathy. ZANU-PF has tried by all means possible to create voter apathy so that they win and they control everything and they do whatever they want with the opposition. So, what is happening is President Nelson Chamisa is continuously quiet and he has not given the nation the way forward as of now. But does it mean that he doesn't have a way forward? No. He does have so many options at hand, and he can actually maneuver anytime from now. So a lot of people are expecting to see the opposition leader doing a lot of things, but it's something which we need to have a discussion. We have to talk about in detail and explain the reason why President Nelson Chamisa has not yet responded. So I will have to come with a live program and we talk about that. So this is what is happening. President Mnangagwa is sinking Zimbabwe in shame. This is the worst by-election ever in the nation of Zimbabwe. I've never seen such a thing like this, where judgments are given at midnight. And the question is, where were the ballot papers printed in such hours? Because CCC made an appeal, and by application of the law, we were supposed to see the CCC MPs going through being onto the ballot, but it failed. That is the reason why we have a low voter turnout, which happened. So it's a moment of madness. A lot of things are happening, but be rest assured that there is a plan, a viable plan. And President Nelson Chamisa is going to surprise a lot of people. A lot of people are coming out with different narratives, various narratives. But as I said earlier, that we have what are called power makers in the nation of Zimbabwe. These power makers are working something great. And you will see things happening like miracles. You start to see things happening differently. The way you do not expect to see things happening is the way you are going to see things happening. So when there is no way, according to human sight, you see a way. You start to see things happening differently. Even those in leadership, those in ZANU-PF, are going to be surprised by certain events which are going to happen in the near future. So starting from now, you start to see different things happening here and there. And that will be confirmation, actually, where are we going as a nation? If there are people who are following us from before the election, after the election, up to this day, you understand about this. We talked about Nelson Chamisa winning the elections. We talked about President Nelson Chamisa not putting much action soon after the elections because of certain reasons. And we all were not happy with the decision which was taken to participate in these by-elections. But when it was explained in detail, we understood that there was need for the whole world to see how cruel the regime can be, to see how insincere this regime can be, so that when we are to have any discussion, it will be a different one. SADC did its part. SADC did its important role. And we are grateful for that, because this government which we have remains illegitimate, although it is trying by all means possible to force itself, and it has disregarded everything which was set for the nation to return to legitimacy. They've disregarded everything, and it's no longer something a burden to SADC, but it's a burden now to those who are in charge, to those who are in leadership. The major question is, how are they going to continue being in power? Because there are two things. It's easy to grab power, but it's difficult to keep it. So are they going to be able to keep it? So they've actually created enmity even within their own party. They've created enmity everywhere, and people are not happy. The major question is, what are we going to do if things start to move in a different direction? You need to be positioned. So you have to position yourself. You have to make sure that you are prepared for anything which is going to happen from now on. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. Our duty is to come, talk, give analysis, and inform where necessary. It is what it is. We'll continue to give you updates about what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe.